to do, and you'll be able to do it on the Cricut. It's such a crazy cool machine. All right, so now we have something brand new. I'm so excited about this because these are so delicate and so elegant and so beautiful. And what we're talking about is what's called the crisscross square designs, and this is an AutoShip program. So your first shipment you get is right here, and again, we'll get into the details with Anna in 1 second. You're gonna get the mat, you're gonna get these really exquisite dies. That's your first shipment. Now, when you sign up for this and you order it, you're gonna get 2 more shipments. In August, you're gonna get Le Fleur. So that's Le Fleur that comes in August. And then you have 1 more shipment. This is October. It's called Le Coin. So Le Fleur and Le Coin, that's your next 2. It is only 2 extra AutoShip in this program. So Anna, as you always do so magnificently well, you're taking this whole idea of die cutting anything, a piece of paper, to that next level. These are gorgeous.
Thank you, thank you. One of the things about the crisscross square dies, the impetus behind the design of them was that we've done a lot of square things this year, and just look at this beautiful little card. What you're able to create is a 4.5 by 4.5 inch square card, and it cuts it in 1 pass. And when you look at it, it opens like an antique handkerchief. And so it's very doily-like when you look at it on the inside. And so it scores, and so you fold, and you're going to create everything with that 1 die. It's going to emboss this design on the back of the card, which I think is really beautiful. And you could use this just flat in the large 6.5 by 6.5 die if you wanted to for a scrapbooking page. And this is the closure for that card. It does come on the magnetic mat, so it's 3-ring binder. It goes right in the binder. You do get this idea sheet for those projects of the things that we've made. But one of the things that I like to think about is that when we're making a 3-dimensional card, we call this a wrapper, a jacket, because I've been in the wedding invitation business for more than 26 years. And we make wedding invitations that look like this, where you actually have to interact with the card and you open it, it presents itself. So that's what this is all about. So Suzanne, let me show you. We're actually going to cut this, and what I'm gonna do is use my large Empress plate, and I'm cutting face down into the paper, and it's gonna emboss those details. It's gonna emboss the scoring lines so that everything folds properly, and you'll need a little bone folder to get it right once you have weeded your die. So what's so pretty about having this many is that I wanted 3 very different looks. They all do fold into the center, but each one of them gives you a different card. So that's why we did the AutoShip. So just look at this. We need a little tool in one, but there we go. So do you see how the back of this is all beautifully embossed? And that to me is so perfect. So as you're working with, let me just put this away for a second. As you're working with these cards, what I would encourage you to do is take this and create an inside sentiment. And this measurement is, like I said, about 4 inches. I did that with one of our card inserts, and it just cut it down so that when you fold this all in and close this, you can use the closure, but you can also create little belly bands to close the card. And that's as simple as it can be. That's the crisscross square.
Hey, can I ask you a question, Anna? If I was going to give a gift card, like money, on a gift card, that would fit inside there, wouldn't it?
It would.
Wouldn't that be beautiful to put that inside there and then do a wrap around it? That would be a gorgeous way to have a gift card as opposed to those little stupid envelopes.
Yeah, yes. Well, I'm going to take it about 6 steps further. Okay. So when we're talking about making a little square card, there's one thing. But if you took the die and folded it and made it the entire face of the card, so now we have a full 6 by 6 card, and you see that the crisscross square is like, it holds like a secret message. Maybe you love cats like I do, and you want to create a perfect frame by folding the crisscross square die outward. Clever. And then look, taking it 1 step further and creating an envelope with it so that when this is opened to reveal a special pocket and your message, these are still these are still beautiful cards that open like a book, but then the front of it becomes the part that matters. I've even taken this even a few steps further, where we've taken it and made a standard 5x7 card with the die, using the die as fancy corners. Now that's really, that's just taking it just to a whole new level. And when you're taking it from a square or 5x7 to a square and just using the closure, look how pretty it is.
Oh, it's
so
gorgeous.
It's a very versatile die set.
And let me show you what she did too. She literally just took, see this little, and she's talking about the closure. This is the closure, these little circle things, right? She just did a whole bunch of those, and that's how she made the card. I mean, she just used this one piece out of the two pieces multiple times, and it just goes from a blah piece of paper to like super wow. Okay, so Anna, there is an auto ship. I'd love you to explain the other two designs if you don't mind. The first one comes in August, it's Le Fleur, and the next one's called Le Coin, and that one comes actually in October. What do you love about these two?
Right, I think we've got them switched there, but it doesn't really matter. What we've done, Le Fleur is, like I said, I wanted to have another fancy corner design, and so this is what it looks like when you cut it, and there's the beautiful embossed back. So if you want to use it like this, like as a favor box, so this is the next shipment that's going to come. So beautiful presentation for your message. So Le Fleur looks like that, but then Le Coin is, what's so fun about Le Coin is that this is the word for corner in French. And so many of our things are inspired by French designs, that when you're making something, look at that fancy green, again, the belly band with the closure, you get this really great effect, and you want to be careful of, like, I'm not being careful trying to get the belly band off, but you see how, once again, we're presenting the card. So your message is quite elaborate. And even as, like, when the auto ships come, you start experimenting a little more with those designs. Look, just the corner, just the corner cut becomes something quite fancy.
You know what was interesting about that last one you showed that opened up? You used a solid on one side and then a print on the other. So it gives it even more wow when you opened up that last one.
Yeah, double-sided cardstock is always the trick, and we've got a lot of double-sided cardstock coming up today. We're going to be crafting with the Cricut Maker and the Cricut products, and all of our brand new teacup cardstock, which is double-sided, that you'll see here. But look at that. So you're looking at that large die in a different way, and you know, you don't have to use it as we've designed it. Right? You can cut it up and use it for pieces. And there's so many creative card makers out there that I know that you're looking at this die set and going, wow, I'm so excited because I'm going to try that next. Or you could just go back to how we set it up. That looks great. Little 4.5 by 4.5, and create a little belly band. And it's just, every card I've shown you is more different than the next.
It's so clever. I mean, really, this is so exciting tonight too, because it's a brand new collection. It's the first time you're seeing it. Really quickly, on AutoShip, you're automatically enrolled when you buy the first one. These will come periodically, obviously August and October. But what happens if you get the first one and you decide you don't want the rest of AutoShip, you can cancel it. We make that very, very easy, so you're not fully committed if you don't want to pick up all three. Although I'll be honest with you, most of the time everybody just rolls with it because it's so beautiful when you get it at home and play with it that you look forward to the other two shipments. All right, Anna, we're going to wrap up on this one because we got more to show everybody. All right, really quickly, just want to give you a quick peek at this. This is so cool. How this works is so fast.